Mount Zion Crash, Shalom Israel, Shapar, which means horn. Yayan, which means one. Laya Sha'ala, which means to Israel. Ooh. Shapar, which means horn. That's better. Most High in Christ. Imagine, which means to stand. Sarah Panya Hakodam, which means turn and face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabashamayim. Wadah. Haya. Shamka. Yahawa. Malakaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Haya. Aisha. Barataza. Kuwa. Haya. Hashemayim. Talanawa. Kham. Paul. Luwan. Masalach now. Hamwat now. Masalach now. Hamwat now. Wala. Tabia ayan now. Bana Saya 1. Abba. Hawashai now. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Ha'ala. Hatapara. Laibulamium. Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So, which means to turn. You shall be, which means to be seated. If anybody wants some pretzels, put like 2 or 3 on a napkin for me, Baba Kashar. Y'all can have the rest.
Come on.
Yeah, count. It's 8 and 10. 8 and 13, right?
8 and 13.
8 and 13 in the Hebrew. As y'all know, we're going back, and basically we're doing the last one Kodash. We're mixing the last one Kodash and the Sabbath service. So we're clear, that was always supposed to be the case. Basically, last one Kodash is where you learn the Hebrew. Sabbath service is where you show what you learn. So this has always been the case. So we're just updating that so we can start to get people where they need to be as far as the Hebrew. So we're going to start 8 and 13. So this is 13. Wa Yahaya Ba'akath Wa Shisha Ma'awa Shana Bara'ad Ashwan Ba'akad La Kadash Slakit Karabwa Ha Mayam Ma'al Ha Aratza Wayasar Nak Af Ma Kasab Ha Taba Wayara Wahana Tarabwa Panya Ha Adama Wa Bakadash in the month, right? Ha Shanya Ba Shabai Wa Aisharayan Yawam La Kadash Yabasha Ha Aratza Wa Yadabar Al Hayam Al Nak La Amar 16 Taza'ah Man Ha Taba Atha Wa Ashaka Wa Banyaka Wa Nashya Banyaka Athka 17 Kal Ha Kaya Ashar Athka Makal Bashar Ba'aiwap Wa Bahama Wa Bakal Haramash Ha-Ramash al Ha-Arataza, Hawataza, Afka, Washaratazawa, Ba'arataza, Waparwa, Warabawa, Ayo, Ha-Arataza, 19, wait, 18, Salakia. Wa Yataza'a, Nak, Wa Banyawa, Wa Ashatwa, Wa Nashya Banyawa, Afwa, Call, Ha Kaya, Call, Ha Ramash, Wakal, Ha Iwak, Call, Rawamash, Ayo, Ha Aratza, La Masha Pak, La Masha Pakat, Yam, Yatazawa, Man, Ha Taba. So 20. Why you bun?
Yes, sir. That was it.
20's last verse or 19? 19's last verse. You're right, child. Okay, so in the English, and it came to pass in the 605th year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. Okay? And in the second month, in the 27th day of the month, was the earth dry. And the power spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful, and multiply upon the earth. So there's no stupidity about animals that just didn't leave off the ark. Right? 18. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. And then I believe that Russell Crowe movie they made about Noah, they killed Ham's wife or some crap like that in the movie. Yeah, it's so stupid. Okay, every beast, every creeping. And it's funny they did Ham, because who's Ham supposed to be? And they made all of them white too. God.
The Negro.
Right.
Supposed to be black.
Right, black people. And it's funny, they made them all white. God.
So there one more thing, the way that they portray him, like Ham's like really dirty, like literally like a bad character.
In the movie.
In the movie, so the portrayal is Ham is the dark, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Dark skin, you know what I'm saying? Us, and they portray Ham such a deceitful, you know what I'm saying? Really deceitful, and run amok and going and being white people was partying, he's going out there to party with them. Yeah, it didn't like that.
Interesting. Every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. Back at it into 20. Con, 20. Wayabun, Nak, Mazabat, La Yahawah, Wa Yaquat, Makal, Ha Bahama, Ha Tahara, Wa Makal, Ha Iwak, Ha Tahor, Wa Ya'il, Ilaf, Bamazbak. 21. Wa Yarak, Yahawa, Rayak, Ha Nayakak, Wa Ya'amar, Yahawa al Labwa, La'a, Asap, La Kwalal, Iwad, Ha Adama, Ba'ai Bawar, Ha Adam, Kaya, Yatazar, Laba, Ha Adam, Rai, Manai Rayawa, Wala'a, Asap, Iwad, La Hakawa, Kal, Kaya, Ka Ashar, Aishayah. 22. I Kal, Yamya, Ha Arataza, Zarai, Wa Kwatazayar, Wakwar, Wakam, Watham, Wa Kwayataza, Wa Karap, Wayawam, Wa Layala, La'a, Ya Shabathwa. Verse 9 and 1. Waya Barak, Alahayam, Af, Nak, Wa'af, Banyawa, Waya Amar Laham, Parwa, Wa Rabawa, Wa Mala'awa, Af, Ha'arataza. 2. Wa Ra'akam, Wa Kathakam, Yahaya, Io, Kal, Kayaf, Ha'arataza, Wa Io, Kal, Iwap, Ha, Shamayam, Bakal, Ashar, Daramash, Ha, Adama, Wa Bakal, Dagya, Hayam, Bayadakam, Nathan, what? Call, 3. Call, Ramash, Ashar, Hawa'a, Kaya, Lakam, Yahaya, La Akala, Kayarak, Aishab, Nathaya, Lakam, Af, Call. Verse 4. Verse 4. Aka, Bashar, Banapashwa, Damwa, La'a, Ta'akalwa. All right. So back in the Hebrew. 20. And Noah builded an altar unto the Most High, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Most High smelled a sweet savor. And the Most High said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. The ground, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done. Meaning basically what? We're never going to see the planet's population basically drop down to 8. Planet's population will not drop down to 8 people ever again. Right? It'll be a small amount after Christ returns, but it won't be 8 people.
That's like, so if I may, would you say that verse right there is a promise that the Most High will not flood the earth again?
That's what. But his exact words, neither will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done. So meaning like I will not make a clean good riddance of the earth like I just did here.
All right.
And so we're clear going on the situation. The earth is not your town, it's not your city, it's not your country, it's not your nation. Nineveh was flooded. That makes God a liar. Nineveh is not the earth. That's self-explanatory, right?
God.
People try to say God was wrong because Nineveh was flooded, or this place was flooded, or this place was flooded. That's a specific region, not the entire planet or all of humanity. So we're clear. I'll double check this with gentlemen behind them. The flood was still in itself regional. Why did is it set to encompass the entire planet? Because when we say the entire planet in that context, we're talking about humanity or what humans had cultivated and gotten to. That's what got flooded. Where you find humans and animals got flooded. Everywhere else wasn't. 22, while the earth remaineth seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. There will always be seasons. I will never completely destroy the earth. 9, and the power blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Why is he saying this? Because there's only 4 y'all. 3, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. Great, we can eat poisonous frogs. They move. I wonder how many of y'all stupid cats still went to Burger King after they found out about the horse meat. Here's the answer, none of you. Because you understand, there's things that are supposed to be eaten and edible for humans. There's things that aren't.
Right.
A horse is one of them. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. Okay? Now back into this, verse 5. Wa'aka damkam la napash nabashak yakam adarash mayad kal kaya adarash nawa wa mayad ha adam mayad ayash akayawa slaki akua adarash af napash ha adam shapak dam ha adama ba adam slaki ha adam ba adam damwa ya shapak kaya batazalam alahayam aisha al ha adam wa atam parwa wa rabwa sharatazawa
Sir. Which verse at the Lord, sir?
7 ba rataza wa rabawa ba 8 wa ya'mar alahayam al nak wa ala banyawa athwa la amar 9 wa anya hananya makwayam af bariyatya athkam slaki athkam wa af zaraika. Zarai is seed, so y'all seeds. Akaryakam. Verse 10. Wa'ath kal napash ha kaya ashar athakam ba'aiwap babahama wa bakal kaya ha aradaza athakam makal yataza ya ha taba lakal Kaya ha arataza 11 wa wamaya a baraya athakam wala ya karath kal bashar iwab mamaya ha mabawal wala yahaya iwab mabawal la shaka ha arataza 12.
So that's it.
That was it? Con. Alright, 95. And surely your blood of your lives will I require, at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of men, and at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of men. Murder is a sin from the jump.
Right.
And this tells you something. Just like in the law, it's letting you know if animal is responsible for a person's death, you have to kill that animal. They still do that in Jamaica. Like if an animal kills a child, like a bull or a cow or a wild dog, you put the animal down. His brother used to be in a school. His child survived, but it was a bad altercation. Esau told him, "Yeah, your child survived," but Esau said, "You have to get rid of it." And it's honestly because he's tasted blood. The spirit behind it is not necessarily like your cow accidentally nudged your toddler or your donkey kicked your 3-year-olds, and a 3-year-old can't take a kick from a donkey and he died. No, like a dog or something mauled your animal. That animal has now tasted human blood. He likes it now. You have to put that down before he finds his next victim. Con.
It's like, if I may, like you said, once it get a taste for that blood, now it's like, okay, I like this whopper, you know. So now it's potentially gonna go after another child or another human.
Right.
And in Haiti, actually still stone animals that do it. So that's
And it's not some, we're killing this animal, or our God wants us to kill the animal. It's a scientific reason. That animal has tasted blood. It is a very likely possibility that now that it is in his diet, he will want more of it. We have to kill him for the betterment of society. But here's the real reason. Outside of that, God said, I need justice for the dead person. I don't care if it's a stupid animal. That animal committed a crime and killed my child. I need to see that animal dead. Salaki, P. Some more. And coffee as well. No, make sure you put extra sugar. Come. All right, so you kill both. You got anything to add to that?
Oh, no, sir.
Come. All right. 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. So, meaning what? I don't want to say this the wrong way. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. But he gave us, understand, what's so stupid is the fact that people say things like, oh, we're not allowed. This is judgment right here. Let me read that again. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. If you kill someone, another man is going to kill you. That's not my words. That's not Moses' words. That is literally what God told to Noah and his 3 sons. This is how this is going to work. What's the penalty for murder? Someone's going to murder you. So no, what's the penalty for murder? Someone's going to kill you. There's a difference between kill and murder, which Christians don't understand. Murder is unjust killing. Killing is just the act of ending a life. Right? Murder or unjust killing is this person has done nothing substantial to warrant the ending of his life. An argument is not a reason to end a life. You beating the hell out of me is not a reason to end the life. You beating the hell out of me and winning the fight is not a reason to end the life. You owing me money is not a reason to end the life. You taking the life of another, as long as I have the jurisdiction to carry out the order, yeah, that's a reason to end the life. According to the Bible, according to the word, mouth of God. No one has the jurisdiction to end the life today. I just want to put that out there. We are under grace. Nobody can go out killing anybody today. Come. Huh? Unalive. You cannot unalive anyone today. However, what this is really saying is it's showing there's a system. Okay? This is judgment. One thing I find funny is that everybody's like, thou shalt not judge, so why is there a book called Judges? Wait, what? You know how many people don't know that book exists? I got like 3-4 people tell me, wait, there's a book called Judges in the Bible. Yes. Right after Joshua.
That's insane.
Right. The Bible says, thou shalt not judge, just so you know. That's nowhere in the Bible. Thou shalt not judge is nowhere in the Bible.
So like if I may, I'm gonna paraphrase, but there's actually 2 scriptures. One of them says, thou shalt judge righteously.
Judge righteous.
There's a whole scripture that says that.
Thou shalt judge with righteous judgment.
What?
Here's the one they go to when they actually want to use an accurate scripture. Okay, here's the one they go to. I'm talking about it. What is it?
God knows my heart.
Huh?
God knows my heart.
No. Actual judge. Judge not, lest ye be judged.
Luke 6:37.
John, read what you got.
Book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 37.
Start at verse 35.
Luke chapter 6 and verse 35. But love ye your enemies and do good, and lend hope, and lend hoping for nothing again.
Right, and this is the Most High. This is Christ talking about how to have brotherhood. Right? Love your enemies and lend hoping to have nothing again. If you're giving out money, just expect you're not getting that dollar back. I'm not saying don't ask for the dollar back, but do not get irate when you don't get the dollar back. Understand that is still your brother who is in need of a dollar. And he's obviously still in need of a dollar because he can't give you the dollar back. Keep going.
And your reward shall be great, and you shall be the children of the highest.
You're the children of the highest when you can not be a Christian. You're the children of the highest when you can forgive your enemies. Christians can't do that. Christians can't do what you just said.
Right.
Christians don't lend and not expect anything. But when's the last time you heard a pastor tell his congregation, y'all some evil people if you get mad at the person for not paying you back? You're the evil one. When a person or a pastor should be telling this whole congregation, if a person owes you money and doesn't pay you back, you're evil for saying something to them. You know what you should do? Shut up and go about your life. Lose the hundreds of dollars you lost. You know what'll happen? He'll lose his congregation. But then guess what he'll be? Closer to the Spirit of Christ. Christ told his congregation, eat my body and drink my blood. He lost his whole congregation except for his main 12. Right? Judge not, lest you wait. Keep going. Salakia.
For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil.
He is kind both to the unthankful and to the what?
And to the evil.
RuPaul is evil. He gave him Christ. Diddy is evil. He gave him Christ. Tiger Woods is evil. He gave him Christ. Kanye West, with that Christian church and that white woman, is evil. Kanye West can still have Christ. Keep going.
Verse 36. Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful.
Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father is merciful. Right? Keep going.
Verse 37.
Do not. Well, here's mercy. Here's what people don't understand about mercy. In order to give you mercy, I got to kill. I have to have the ability to kill you.
Right.
I'm showing you mercy right now, brother. How? You're in no danger. Your life is in no danger right now, but I'm somehow showing you mercy.
Yeah.
In order for me to show you mercy, I have to be the one endangering your life. And then I have to say, I'm going to withdraw whatever danger I put before you. You don't have to deal with this. That is mercy. God has the right to kill you because you broke the law. He's withdrawing his right and giving you a chance to survive. That is mercy. He can kill you. He chooses not to. Unalive. Khan. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 37. Judge not, and ye shall not be judged.
Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. So what is this saying, you stupid Christian? This is actually talking about Christians.
That's right.
Let me explain what judgment really is. Karatazar owes me money. I can snitch to Calvin Nazariak and have Calvin Nazariak force Karatazar to give me my money. Right? What does that do? What does that show? Doesn't show brotherhood. Here's what Christ is asking you to do. Whatever Karatazar owes you, let it go. I got a better reward for you. Right? Here's a reward. Whatever judgment you might experience is going to be gone. Just don't take Karatazar to see Captain Zayak. There might be things you got to see Captain Zayak for. That won't be necessary. You won't see Captain Zayak. You can't see Captain Zayak. Let things lie. Here's the truth. Here's what Christ was trying to teach. Mainly, don't stone people. Now, so we're clear. Christ is completely for the law in its entirety. However, here's without sin cast the first stone. First thing you got to understand, you got sinners stoning people. That's backwards. I can say ass, right? That's ass backwards. Sinners are stoning people. Notice, the priest didn't stay there and watch his conversation. Everybody left. So what does that tell you? Right? Everybody was a sinner. The thing they don't understand is he told the woman, don't sin again. Leave and sin no more, right? But they don't want to understand that. Okay? So what he's showing there, read that from the top.
Come, verse 37. Judge not, and ye shall not be judged.
Read that from the top. Judge not.
What
Verse
book is what?
Luke.
Book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 37.
Yes. Judge not.
Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned.
Right.
Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven.
Right.
Verse 38.
Yeah.
Give, and it shall be given unto you.
Right.
Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye meet withdraw, withal, it shall be measured to you again. Verse 39.
Salakia. So what is this all saying? And here's why Christians get this messed up. They think this means don't judge anybody. This is talking about people who do you wrong. This is talking about personal judgment. This is talking about brotherhood, not telling somebody their transgressions. If I wrong someone or someone wrongs me, this is about me having basically this. Someone steals from me, don't bring them to court. So here's what it does. You create the black community. Everybody's mad at everybody over some BS. I got a system. Let's forgive each other. Let's clean the slate. And if you're willing to clean your personal slate, I got something for you. God's willing to do the same. That's what the scripture is really talking about. Clean your personal slate. You have offenses with this brother, this brother, this brother, this brother, this brother, this brother, this brother. Clean all that. None of them, you have a problem with none of these people. I expect you to hug and embrace all them brothers and sisters that you have beef with. From now on, they did nothing to you. If you can accept that, you have no offense with the Most High. You are in good standing with the Most High. That's what that scripture is talking about. It has nothing to do with me telling you that you can't be a crackhead. It is not about me telling you that selling drugs is wrong. It is not about me telling you that divorcing your husband is a sin against God. It is none of these things. It is about me. It is about me personally dealing with the people that have offended me. God. Because notice when you read back in that, if this person did this to you, then you do this. If this person did this to you, then you do this. You don't judge. You don't condemn. And you will be forgiven. That has nothing to do with a broad sentiment. This is about things that were done specifically to you. All right? 7, Genesis 9:7. And be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. And the power spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, 9, now behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. 10, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl of the cattle and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. All right. 12. Waya Amar al Hayam Za'af Awaf Ha Baraya Ashar Anya Nathan Banya Wabayanya Come Wabayan, Kal, Napash, Kaya, Ashar, Athakam, Ladarath, Iwalam. 13. Ab, Kwashatya, Nathathya, Ba'ainan. Wa'ainan is a cloud. Wahayatha, La'awath, Barayath, Bayanya, Wa Bayan, Ha'arataza, 14. Wahaya, Bay Ainan, Ya, Ainan, Ayo, Ha'arataza, Wanarafta, Ha-Koshath, Ba'ainan, 15. Wazakarath, Ya, Ath, Barayath, Ya, Ashar, Bayanya, Wa Bayan Yakam, Wa Bayan, Kal, Napash, Kaya, Bakal, Bashar, Wala, Yahaya, Iwak, Hamayam, La, Mabawal, La Shakab, Kal, Bashar, 16. Wahayat, Wahayat, Ha, Koshat, Ba'ainan, Wa Ra'ayat, Ya, Lazakar, Barayath, Iwalam, Bayan, Alahayam, Wa Bayan, Kal, Napash, Kaya, Bakal, Bashar, Ashar, Ail, Ha'aratazat, 17. Waya Amar, Alahayam, Al, Nak, Za'a, Awa, Barayath, Barayat, Ashar, Quamahya, Bayanya, Wa Bayan, Kal, Bashar, Ashar, Ayo, Ha'arataza, 18. Waya Hayan, Slakia, Waya Hayawa, Banya, Nak, Hayataza, Yam, Man, Ha, Taba, Sham, Wakam, Wayapath, Wakam, Slakia, Watham, Hawa'a, no, Wakam, Hawa'a, Abaya, Canaan, father of Canaan. Ham, father of Canaan. Shalasha, Allah, 19. Oh, 19, 18 was the last one? All right. So we're in 12. You have a question?
Oh,
God.
Salaki, sir, can you go to book, chapter, and verse, please?
This is Genesis 8, 9, and 12. You have a question? Bro? No, it's on the okay. And the power said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. 14, and it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. 16, and the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between the power and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And the power said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. Okay? 18. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. 19. Shalasha ala banya nak wa ma'ala napataza kal ha'arataza. Wayakal nak ayash ha'adama. Ayash ha'adama is a farmer. Basically ayash ha'adama, it translates to man of the ground or man of the dust. Basically, he's a farmer. Wayatai, Karam, 20. Oh wait, this is 21. Salaki. Yeah, come. Wayashak man hayayan. Yayan is one. Wayashakar come.
So you're 1 and 20, 9 and 21, correct?
Yeah, come. Wayashakar, Wayatagal, Batawat, Ahala, 22. Wayara, Kam, Abaya, Kanaim, Av, Irawath, Abayawa, Wa Yagad, Lashanya, Akiyawa, Bakawataza. 23. Wayakwak, Sham, Ya, Yapath, Av, Ha, Shamala, Waya Shayamwa, Ayo, Shakam, Shanyaham, Waya Lakwa, Akaran Yath, Waya Kaswa, Ab, Arawath, Abayaham, Wapanyam, Akaran Yath, Irawath, Abayam, Ra'awa. 24. Waya Yakwataza, Nak, Mayayanwa, Waya Dai, Ab, Ashar, Aisha, Lawa, Banwa, Hakwatan. 25. Waya Amar, Arawar,
Last verse.
Kanaim, Ibadium, Yahaya, Akawa, La Akiwa. Okay. 19. These are the sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be an husbandman. Husbandman is another word for farmer. And he planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine and was drunken. And he was uncovered within his tent. 22. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. 23. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. All right? So now, there is no curse of Ham. It is Canaan. Clearly says it here. Canaan was cursed. There is no such thing as the curse of Ham. You know how stupid it is to say that Ham is cursed? If anybody got any questions online, let me know. You know how stupid it is to say Ham is cursed?
People are actually saying this.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard it.
That's that's a reason for slavery. That's a justification, a very old, like antebellum, like 1700 justification for slavery.
Wow.
Where we're Hamites, we're supposed to be enslaved.
Oh yeah, because the confusion is that we're supposed to be Ham. So,
Right.
Right, I got you. Come.
Canaan. It clearly says Canaan, but everybody attributes this to Ham. Why is it so dumb to say Ham is cursed? Con.
So like, because they started saying African so African because they never acknowledged us as
No. Why is it dumb to say that Ham is cursed?
Oh, because he was never given the covenant.
No. Why is it saying that it's dumb to say that the Hamites are cursed? That's a dumb thing to say.
I mean, they thriving right now.
Right.
I don't think they.
Have you seen Africa? Have you ever heard of all the natural resources that are in Africa? Right. Gold, cobalt, vibranium.
Hell no.
That's a joke.
I know.
Well, I'm talking to people online. Oil, everything is in Africa, but these people are cursed.
Right.
The South Africans are the Canaanites. They're cursed.
God.
Basically, all the text over the world gets to. We can say the B word, right? We can say the B word, right? What? TikTok will say so. Well, we ain't on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely going to get off on TikTok. You're not going to.
Yeah.
Not on TikTok.
Huh?
Definitely
Yeah.
Not on TikTok.
Yeah, everybody who takes over the world bitches up. Sorry. South Africans. Here's how you know you cursed. You have to have identification to move around. Like other than black people, y'all are only people on earth that ever say they have to do that. Like, y'all literally had to have freedom papers in the 1900s. Understand, the Israelites did not have to deal with that in the 1900s. We're the lowest of the low of the totem pole. The South Africans had, like up until the 90s, had freedom papers. You had to walk around with a card in South Africa to let people know. No, basically where you belong, what part of town you lived in, who your employer was, because that would explain why you're in a white neighborhood. Oh, you work at the white dentist office. That makes sense now. Otherwise, you got to get up out of here. You're suspicious. That's for the Canaanites. That's their curse. That's what this is talking about. Not all of Africa. Ham is cursed, but Egypt and Babylon are Hamitic countries.
Kush.
I'm talking about ones that historically people don't really talk about Kush too much. Kush never took over the world. The known world at one point was controlled by both the Babylonians, a group of Africans, and the Egyptians, another group of Africans. Kush's greatest claim to fame is that they were the Russia of yesterday. Yeah, Russia will be mentioned in history books, but it won't be America. You understand?
No, slightly from me. I said that, but it's because they fall under the Hamites.
Yeah, right. But I'm talking about the ones that because you got to understand. I was thinking about this the other day. Forget about it. Egyptians are white. They got to be white.
Oh yeah.
The Egyptians got to be white. You know why? Because of us. No one had a problem with them people being black in the past. Yeah, the Egyptians are black. Moses, Joseph, all of the original Israelites.
Right.
Understand, when they buried Jacob, they said this is the mourning of the Egyptians. Once you see a white family huddled around the grave site, unless the family was all black, then there's there I was, the only white guy in Egypt meme of Jesus, quote unquote. Okay? Canaan was cursed, not everybody. What set is this? I know we almost done. We're on the fifth set, right?
This is
The fifth set.
This is 6.
This is 6? Okay, come on.
This is 6.
All right, so 26. This shouldn't be too hard. 26? Yeah, these are. Waya Amar Barawak, Yahweh Alahaya, Sham, Wayahaya, Kanaim, Ibad, Lamwa. 27. Yapath, Alahayam, La Yapath, Wayashakan, Bahalya, Sham, Ahal is 10. Wayahaya, Kanaim, Ibad, Lamwa. 28. Wayakaya, Nak, Akar, Ha, Mabawal, Shalash, Ma'awab, Shana. So basically, I'm going to just translate this. And he lived Noah after the flood 300 years. Right? Kamashia, Shana. 350 years, Salakia. 29. Yahaya Kal Yamyash Nak Dashai Ma'awav Shana Wa Kamash Yam Shana Wa Yama. Okay, so Noah lived to be 950 years old. Okay? When you get into the Hebrew, you'll be able to read these. 3. All right. This is 10 and 1. Wa'ala Tawaladat Banyanak Sham Kam Wayapath Waya Waladwa Laham Banyam Akar Ha Mabawal. 2. Banya Yapath Gamar Wa Magawal Wa Madya Wa Yawan Wa Tabal Wa Mashak Wa Tayaras. 3. Wa Banya, Gamar, Kanaz, Wa Rayapath, Wa Tagarama. 4. Oh, that was the last verse? Yeah, 3. All right. 26, and he said, blessed be the Most High power of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Notice he makes the difference. 27, the power shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem. Meaning what? Notice he calls the Most High the God of Shem, but he doesn't call him the God of Japheth. You notice that, right? Japheth in the future won't. What did the Hawaiians do to us? What did the Eskimos do to us? Everybody's been a slave master to Israel, but in terms of everything that's happened to us, what have these people done to us? Those are the children of Japheth. Hawaiians, Eskimos. Right. What did they do to us? Come.
Is it not help us?
Okay, but that's not doing something to us. To a point, you're right, but come.
So they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything. For that, they'll be able to dwell in our tents. A Hawaiian will be your doorman. As you leave your big mansion to look out at all the white people on your fields, picking your cotton, the doorman will be Eskimo. While you make Africans like work inside of coal mines, inside of South Africa, the foreman for the coal mine will be a Polynesian. I won't ever have to talk to an African. A Polynesian will call me and say, "Hello, sir. It's the regional manager for the Papua New Guinea for the Ghana exhibition. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, we've doubled our production for this month. That's good. You're getting a raise. Okay, what about the workers? They get nothing. That's what's gonna happen. Wait, what's it called? Those are all Canaanites, right? Yeah. Okay. No. Actually, 2 of them are actually let me name them. Shansi. Yeah, we've stopped them enough. They can get an extra 2 pennies in their paycheck. The Canaanites get nothing. That's what happens. That's what's gonna happen to them. Here's the thing: they might be a little better off than white people, though. I might what's called Bayan's wife might be hired to be like WWF or all these other organizations that go to poor countries, or in the case of animals, in the eyes of the angel. And you'll see his wife and some sister like, for just pennies a day, you can help this little Canaanite boy. You know who will never get that privilege? Yeah. Our oppressor will never get that privilege. Understand, I'm going to leave the Canaanites and the Hamites in huts and make it seem like they're so poor. Now, I was watching a video the other day of people showing like poor Hamites living in the jungles. And then you see a bunch of Hamites standing next to a crib, and it's like, and then you just see the beauty of Africa today. Like, Africa has some very beautiful places. Africa is very modernized today. I'm going to purposely keep some of them messed up to portray that notion, and then put them on television. Like, look at these poor people. You should help them. Well, number one, because I don't want to have to pay for them. We'll be the ruler of the country, so at the end of the day, we have to feed these people. No, I'm going to get your student behind to do it. Right? And here's the thing. I'm going to give you a dilapidated building, apartment building, right? Gonna do nothing to it. Gonna do the bare minimum to fix it up. It'll call it the experiment, similar, and a synonym for project, right? And you can't say anything. I gave you your own neighborhood. Every year, everybody in this room, every month, we get together and we have to ask the question, how much food stamps and welfare are we going to give the slaves? You think we're going to then spend money to make commercials about feeding more of you? You realize everybody watching the commercial pays taxes to feed you, right? But the African boy in frickin' Ethiopia, he has no one to feed him. That's where all the money. You'll starve in a ghetto of my creation, and he'll starve in a hut of my creation. But here's the difference. The Canaanite will get a little bit. The Bible strictly says Esau gets no mercy. Out of every, that's not even just the Bible. The Zondervan, whoever researched that book and read them scriptures said, according to God, really don't like Edomites. That was his inference from reading the Bible. God really don't like Edomites. It literally says in the definition for Esau, this is the only nation that is promised not to receive mercy from God. Canaanites will get 2 cents extra in their paycheck. A devil will just get his regular paycheck, which won't be anything. We're not cheats. We won't make you work and not pay you. We will give you your money, your 2 cents a day. In like 3 weeks, you might be able to buy some top ramen. What's 2 cents a day? 14 cents. 2 weeks. So that's 14. 28? How much is the pack of top ramen in jail? Like $1?
It's a lot.
In a month, if the whole family, matter of fact, you got a family. So that's, y'all can get one thing of top ramen in 2 weeks for the whole family. Y'all eating good that night. That's what we're going to do to them. Okay? And he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. 28, and Noah lived after the flood 350 years. 29, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. 10, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. 2, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tiras. 3, and the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Rapha, and Togarma. Okay, so 4, we're about to finish this off.
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Come.
Most likely you probably heard about this, but they do hold this scripture to say, the Ashkenaz,
Is Japheth? Yeah, he steals
right,
names.
yeah,
He steals names.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's also the Macedonian. So here's what I say. He's also the Macedonian. For those that don't know, Alexander and his father are not natives. The original Macedonians are Japhethites.
That's right.
Notice they're meant to expand. What did they expand to? Everybody else is literally Africa and the Middle East. He went further up north into Russia and all that area in Europe. He expanded. Right? Yeah, he stole that name. White man the devil. Okay. 4. Salaki, yo.
So, Genesis 10.
10:4. Wabanya Yuan Alayasha Wata Tarash Yash Katayam Wa Dadan Yam Ma'ala Naparagwa Ayaya Ha Gawayam Ba Aratazatham Aratazatham Ka Ayash La Lashanwa La Mashapaka Katham Ba Gawayaham Khan. 6. Wa Banya Kam Kawash Wa Matazarian Wa Pawat Wa Kanaim. 7. wa banya kawash saba'a wa kawayala wa sabata wa ra'ima wa sabataka wa banya ra'ima shaba wa wadadan 8 wa kawash yalad wa kawash yalad ab namarad hawa'a hakal laha yawa gabar ba'arataza 9 hawa'a haya gabar tazayad lapanya yahawa ayokan ya'amar kanamarad gabawur tazayad lapanya yahawa. Verse 10 watahaya kan ra'ashiyat mama lakafwa babal wa arak wa akad wa kalana ba'aratza shanayr. Okay, shanayr. Okay, I'm a baby. Okay, hold on, let me just be curious what that means. Shinar. Okay, Shinar. Khan.
Oh, no, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, Khan. Shinar. I think that's Sumer, if I'm not mistaken, another name for some. I could be wrong on that.
Khan.
Okay, Khan. All right. 10 and 4. And the sons of Javan. Some of these names I didn't cover. We'll go over a few of them probably next week in class, if I have to use it. The sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. 5. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families in their nations. But God's not a racist. Bakusha, one more refill, Bakusha.
Oh,
God's not a racist, but he purposely divided the nations by their tongues? No, in their lands. So he took them, put them in different lands, separated them, and said, this is where you're going to live. He didn't create America. America is a human invention. You are the way God set it up, you should live amongst your people. You got the Apocrypha? Give me what is it? Ecclesiastes 13 and 13, I want to say, or 13 and 15.
Maybe 7 of the nations.
Huh?
Okay, so Ecclesiastes chapter 13
and verse
and
15.
verse 15. Come. Every beast loveth his kind.
Loveth his what?
Loveth his like.
His like. Every beast loves those who are like him. Notice it doesn't say kind. It doesn't say species. His like. Pit bulls like pit bulls. Chihuahuas like chihuahuas.
Right.
At the end of the day, when we're alone by ourselves, any amount of familiarity can become a bonding experience. Like, for instance, our brothers in the world who are involved in gangbanging and such, I remember he was talking about some work program he did for like college or whatever. He said he ended up meeting him, brother. He's blood. He said he ended up meeting up with a Crip, and that's his friend inside the program. And his man's admitted, yeah, it's like that. Because y'all have a commonality together. Now, if you had met another blood in there, you think him and the Crip would be cool like that? Probably not. They might have all three came together and they had the commonality that we're all in this band of brotherhood, right? But that's what it is. It's you agree with those who are like you, those of your people, right? Keep going. And now this is the Bible saying that's not normal. No, that is normal, and that is right. Every beast loveth his like. Keep going.
Concept. And every man loveth his neighbor.
His what?
His neighbor.
His what?
His neighbor.
Now, I'm not sure what they use for neighbor in this verse, but there is a word for neighbor. Neighbor can also be translated as I'm a yah, or I'm a yah. which means which it comes from people, as in your people. Keep going.
Verse 16. All flesh consider it according to
Consorted.
All flesh consorted according to kind.
Everybody deals with their own people. Everybody. Benjamin Franklin wrote a letter to Parliament saying the same thing, that this is a normalcy in the world. Everybody should want to see their race on top. That's what's normal.
Right.
Keep going.
And a man will cleave to his life.
You will naturally go to those of your own. Our people are just an unnatural, peculiar people. The Bible, this is one of the reasons the Bible calls us a peculiar people. Because we do things that are completely unnatural. Understand, the spirit of America is why you see the spirit of America. Here's what I mean. If you see an Asian with a devil, that is because you usually don't see a traditional Chinese man with a devil, or a traditional. You definitely do not see a traditional Chinese woman with a devil, unless he got some money, and the family. And I'm gonna explain. The family coerced this woman into getting that money.
Right.
Possibly little, because she might be a gold digger herself, or a lot. But at the end of the day, the root is the money. Traditionally, they're going to go for Asians. They're going to go for their own. And it's not even just a Chinese is going to try to marry a Chinese. If worst case scenario, she will choose another Asian family. But she's going to try to go Chinese. Right? The spirit of America teaches that Americanized, westernized Chinese person, that's okay. So that Chinese immigrant's child that they put inside an American school and they allowed the Americans to teach, taught your child it's okay to go outside their race, which is against what God said. When we take the kingdom, we will be teaching heathen children, you can only marry inside your race.
Right.
So I hear about, hey, what they call that? Polluting the gene pool?
Right.
You polluting the gene pool.
Right.
And what you said was so heavy with the Asians and the Chinese, because they really don't mingle with Esau like that unless they got money.
Unless they got money, or if next time you look at a Asian couple, at a Asian and double couple,
right?
Pay attention to the Asian. What's it called? See if that's an American. If that's an actual straight Asian, like I come from Asia, there's probably money involved. Oh, yeah. But if it's an American Asian, she was raised, programmed, and trained by the spirit of America that it's okay to go outside your race. Same thing with the East Indian. Same thing with all these heathens. All these heathens, including our oppressor, he's just a disgusting bastard, as Hebrews says. There's no more profane beast as Esau. That's why you'll see him doing it more than anybody else. Every other nation knows full well you stay within your home. It's just, he's a disgusting bastard, and we're a peculiar people, which is why we're the odd ones in that equation. Khan.
What you're dropping is so heavy, and also, you always notice, you know what I'm saying, you always notice that who are they, you know what I'm saying, if they dating a devil, any race you dating a devil, you would notice that you know what I'm saying, that on the human nation was always worshiping that devil. That devil's always on top.
Forget about it.
Always on top. Doesn't matter where they're going, but they're always on top.
You have to understand, that's the point of imperialism. The point of imperialism was so anywhere I go, I can be seen as a god. We'll have the same, thanks to our oppressor, we'll have the same right. We just have to go and be like, yeah, that's a black dude. Just go into every church on the earth and be like, yeah, that's actually a black dude. You already know to worship Jesus. Thank you, Mr. White Man. You did my work for me. See how loving the God we serve? We don't have to do, like, you gotta understand, half the finish line is there. We just gotta cross it. We at the finish line, we just gotta cross over. I don't have to understand, I just have to prove this is my records. It's not like the Bible is hidden somewhere at the bottom of the Library of Congress.
Right.
Like you went home to a house that had about 3 of these in it. You ever visit your grandma? I bet she had one. My man has a Bible he does not touch because it belonged to his grandfather who died. I does not touch that Bible. That Bible stays open on the same page in Psalms. Selling drugs and all that about the house. Will not read on Dix's life. Brothers, understand, for those that don't know, I often talk about a pair of brothers. The older brother used to have to, he recently passed, unfortunately. He used to have to, their mother had a drug problem, unfortunately, in their early years. He used to have to steal to feed his little brother. The answers to fix all those was on the grandfather's coffee table. Nobody ever opened it. Right? All life, everybody goes with their kind, except for us and the so-called white man. And even us. People think interracial and swirling is the epidemic, a bigger epidemic than it isn't. Majority of us want to be with each other. The problem is media and the lies that's being surrounded by it. And the fact both sides have problems. And I'm not saying necessarily battle of the sexes. I'm saying the fact that there is a battle of the sexes is the problem. You both suck. Now go sit in that bed and suck together. And maybe you can come up with some not sucky children. That's it. People ask me who's the prize? The community. Healthy children. Better marriage rates. Higher, graduation rates. A higher income level? No. I need to be better than this bitch. No. I'm so much better than this nigga. Well, stay at it then. That's why neither of you got anything. Oh, you're with each other. Who are you with next year? Oh, you don't believe me. Who were you with last year? Was it this nigga? No. Good luck with that. Here's the thing. Both of you are pieces of shit. Salaki. Maybe you can create children that aren't. You shut your mouth and stop being selfish. Because that's how you're going to raise selfish children. The nations know this. Okay? God is a racist. This verse in verse 5 just pulls it. This is one of my favorite verses, by the way. Because it shows racism. Clearly. Understand, Asians are all the same people. They're all the children of Allah. You speak Japanese, you speak Chinese, you speak Korean, you speak Taiwanese. I don't want y'all together. That's what God said. 7. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Avila, and Sapta, and Rama, and Septeka, and the sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. So more than likely Sheba. Sheba is a portion of Ethiopia. I think it's the northern or the southern. I'm not sure exactly. 8. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Most High. Before the Most High, where it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter, before the Most High. 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Iraq, and Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Long of the story short, when it says he was a mighty hunter before, in the front of God, or in the sight of God, like on the earth, he was a mighty hunter. No one could stop this man. He is the first king, basically. Well, Salakia, Cush is really the first king. We about to end off. I'll just explain it, huh?
Come.
Yeah. I'll just explain this simple. She's not mentioned, but there's 3 people involved in this little equation. Cush, his wife, which is recorded to have been named Semiramis, and his son, Nimrod, are the basis for the Trinity, Catholicism, and pretty much all pagan religions come from these 3 people. To give you a quick summary, Cush is the father, Semiramis, and because they try to separate themselves from pagans, they changed the mother into the Holy Spirit to try to separate themselves from pagans. So instead of the mother, it's the Holy Spirit, Semiramis, and then you have the son, Nimrod. Traditionally, you can look him up also as Tammuz, Tammuz, Tammuz. He's also mentioned in the Bible as the women in Isaiah, the women mourning for Tammuz. What does that sound like? Think about it. We're talking about the sun. You ever been to a church? I'm asking.
Hey, Salaki said, if I mean, would it be like they cause I know Tammuz is also they warped it and made it into quote unquote Christ.
So, what do you see in the church?
See what it is.
Huh? No, what do you see the people doing in the church? Especially the women.
They kneeling and praying.
Some of them. What do you see them doing in the church? Khan. Huh? Khan, what are you going to say?
Oh, in the morning they cry.
What are you going to say?
I see them praying.
Mourning doesn't necessarily have to mean crying, so thank you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. You died for us, God. And you got a whole bunch of, just the whole church is full of women just crying because Jesus died for them. That's Tammuz worship. These hoes is crying. Crying on Sunday. You crying with the same lips you was sucking dick last night with. Oh, you can't say that? Salaki. Salaki are the one to the men above me. Yeah. You're a whore. Praising Jesus. Just like whores used to praise Tammuz. That's where the idea of the Trinity, or a pagan idea of the Father, Son, the Father, the Mother, and the child comes from. Cush died. Eventually, somehow, Tammuz dies, or Nimrod dies, leaving Semiramis by herself. She doesn't want to give up power, so she deifies Tammuz. Why not deify Cush? Well, technically, both were deified, but why deify Tammuz as the greater? And then, because the mother is greater than the son. And then, to make matters worse, she specifically had an image created of him as a baby sitting on her. Everybody's seen this image because they recreate this image as the Madonna and the baby and Christ and the baby Christ. Come.
When does this, if I'm correct, translate into the relation with Christmas? And
yes, I'm getting into it. Long story short, why did she need a baby in the image? Nimrod was a grown man. The Bible just called him a hunter. Why did she need a baby? Come.
Like the beginning of the birth of?
No. Why did she need a baby? Think about this. This is all mental. Come.
Purity?
No, this is all mental. Why did she need a baby? My husband and my son are both dead. Now I have to worry about this kingdom on my own. Why did she need to use a baby? to symbolize her son. Come.
Tell the people that she gave birth to a god.
Okay, but you can make a statue of grown Nimrod as a god. Why'd she use a baby on her mother's lap? No, it's not even just baby Nimrod. It's baby Nimrod on his mother's lap. It's a little hard for you to understand because Mary isn't completely deified the way Semiramis was. Semiramis is Easter. Semiramis is the rabbit goddess. The idea of Easter originally, a rabbit egg came from the sky and hatched a rabbit. That's Semiramis. Why did she portray, tell the sculptor, make my son a baby, my grown son a baby, and make him sitting on my lap? Very simple. Come.
It makes her the birth giver?
No. It makes her in charge. He's God, right? Well, can a toddler tell anybody what to do? Who usually tells a toddler what to do? But usually the mother. So who's really in charge? So I'm making you believe that this baby's your God, right? But then you also have to believe because of the image who's really in charge. So Semiramis, the mother. Here's the real point. One of these men can literally, one of my own generals can literally sit here. Why am I listening to this woman? I'm going to slit her throat, now I'm king. I'm going to train the whole basis of the kingdom to worship my dead son's baby image and then to love me as his loving mother God, deity. I'm the mother goddess. Even if you do get the idea to kill me, the entirety of the kingdom will kill you because you killed their goddess. Now give me Wisdom of Solomon 14. And there's where we're going to end it off. Salaki, y'all. Oh, I did not know what I was.
You want me to read from the top?
Salaki, let me get to it. 14 and Salaki started. $15. Salaki started 13.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 15.
Salaki 12.
Verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Yeah, you are spiritually getting in bed with something that is not righteous or against the Most High. Keep going.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
The corruption of life. What is life? The law. You corrupt the law by creating this thing that is not God. Keep going.
Verse 13. For neither were there from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
Yeah, Semiramis is gone. She got different names now, but she will not survive. Keep going.
Verse 14. For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
Now, in this case, a woman wanted to have trivial vainglory. She wanted to spend the last 30 years, 40 years of her life still seen as a queen. So I'm going to create a religion. That religion and the lies of it. Understand, Semiramis' decisions led to your wife leaving you over Christmas gifts. Semiramis' decisions is why you have to spend hundreds of dollars on some colorful gay suit every April and March. Easter. That Easter suit? Come.
Right.
Is there a correlation between the modern day women today? Because it's like it's
the same spirit.
Whatever it takes, that spirit to as long as they have an equal or have some kind of power, they'll portray whatever duties they're supposed to.
Yeah, a woman always has the ability. A woman's always looking to try to be equal or empowered, which is why we don't give it to them. And it's not necessarily that we don't give it to them because they want it. We don't give it to them because look what you do with it. This country gave you the power to leave your man. Now most of our children grow up fatherless.
Right.
You did that. Because what? You were unhappy in a relationship. F your happiness. I'm going to tell you a secret. Your husband hasn't been happy with you in 20 years. Most of the marriage, your husband wasn't happy. If you withhold sex from your husband's not happy. Here's the greatest thing about it. I'm going to tell you the truth. You should thank the other woman.
That's right.
The other woman is the reason your husband comes home. Honestly, the other woman is possibly also the reason this is not right. Is also the reason you have teeth in your mouth. If that man had to come home to yelling and didn't have to say, Kathy took care of me on the lunch break and she's going to take care of me before I have to go to that meeting in the morning. I don't care what chicken wasn't cooked, what mess I left on the floor. I got my, it's all good. That's the reason he's still not, he hasn't left you. Because there is someone, one helping him. Right? And that's the truth. Kyle, what you gonna say?
Also, you know what I'm saying, the next point is the reason why you don't come home drunk every day.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. Shoot, I want to see it as what's called. Shoot, I get to have a break? Yeah, now, another thing, you gotta understand, the world would be much different if things were, how do I say it, right. Going back to what you were saying, going into the topic, you can't extort a man, a polygynous man. Like, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Okay.
Somebody will, sweetheart. Like, honestly, man, like, there gotta be something wrong for you to go to counsel. You'll see me, I'll just tell Shorty, I'll see you in counsel. What are you talking about? You'll see. And then when she has to call to school because she thinks she's been abandoned, yeah, she wasn't putting out, so I got another wife. I've been spending most of my time over here. I call her every day to make sure the house ain't on fire, make sure all the bills are paid. Oh, yeah, I'm coming to see the kids, yeah. I'm doing all my regular duties. She's not doing hers. Well, that's your fault, sis. Then she'll straighten up. These things are loud because we live in such an evil and stupid society. You corrupt life, as the scripture said. Your life, you think you're doing so much service for yourself by listening to Semiramis, right? Listening to Nimrod. Here's the thing. I don't think, like, women are starting to figure this out because of TikTok and the internet. Divorce don't work out for women. Like, at the end of the day, a woman's chance is in you. A man's chance is pretty much whenever, as long as he has meets certain guidelines. Like, at the end of the day, men hit peak at 35. Women fall at 30, drastically fall at 35. Half your eggs are gone, and any doctor will tell you, well, they try to say if you've already had kids, which actually, in a lot of cases, will disqualify you for a lot of good men, that, yeah, your chances of a healthy pregnancy are slimmer now. So, in doing that, you're going out into a market where you're 75% less desirable than you were when you got this cat. This cat, understand, the cats that marry you and marry you early like that are good dudes usually. Especially if y'all stayed married that long. This is not a cat who wanted to hit it and quit it and understood, I got to put a ring on you before I can do that. This is a cat that literally wanted to be with you and make you his wife. You know why he's depressed? Because you're an evil woman. He'll never tell you that. He comes in the house with a smile, plays with the kids. He hates all of you. I'm serious.
That's right.
This man hates all of you, cries in his car, cries in his office bathroom, comes home with a smile. You come home with divorce papers. This is why women can't be in charge. Because the person in charge cannot be emotional.
Right.
The person in charge has to be the one that will be able to say, I will suffer for everyone else. You can't suffer. And here's the thing. Part of it is in her nature. Another part is she's not properly taught her nature. A woman, honestly, is only supposed to think about herself. That's the truth. A woman is honestly supposed to think only about herself. No, that's the truth. That's not a joke. However, a woman's perception of self changes the minute another self comes inside of her. And now I'm talking literally enter, not that other thing. Right? Once that happens, your self grows. You now mentally, unless you're dealing with a scarred and completely destroyed woman, even the ones who weren't taught properly will start to mentally think this way because this is how they get it. Will start to mentally think about this other person's needs, desires, so on and so forth. Right? That's what they're supposed to do. But they're not taught this. They're taught self is just self, you. And they're taught self may be just children, but that's not even self. Self is, I feel this way, so I'm going to use my children as an excuse. In that instance. Self is self. Love is actually suffering. That's what that is. And Christmas doesn't teach that. Nimrod didn't teach that. Semiramis didn't teach it. Semiramis taught, my son was killed by a wild boar, and I expect you to bring gifts on his birthday, which is the winter solstice, to this tree, and sacrifice a boar and eat it. Or guess what? I'm going to come to your house, cut your head off, and hang it on the tree. After she died, the festival became so deified that people believed that they didn't take their own personal trees, cut them down, put it in the houses, and present gifts to the tree, their house would be destroyed by the spirit of Nimrod. They also had to go out and find a wild boar and kill it and eat it because a boar supposedly killed Nimrod. There's where Christmas comes from. A family of Africans. Somewhere where Christmas is an African holiday. Christmas and Easter were created by Africans and originally celebrated by Africans. God. Huh? What? Yeah, I know. I already sent them the text, so yeah. As long as my boss don't tell me, like, it don't matter. But I will only be doing the Lord's Prayer with you guys. Dua, I appreciate that, though. With that, I imagine him up here. No, up here. Okay? Shapar, which means horn. Wait, I read the last verse, right? Okay? Shapar, which means horn. We stopped at Genesis 10 and 10. So next week we are going into Genesis 10 and 11. So that'll cover the Tower of Babel and so on and so forth. Up until, I think that'll cover the Tower of Babel leading into Abraham, or Abram, rather. Shapar, which means horn. Now let me not get myself too drunk. La Yasha'ala, which means to Israel. Shapar, which means horn. I imagine, which means to stand. Sar Wapanya Hakodam, which means turn and face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Noah, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Kama'ah, Natzaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barakasa, Salah, Hayah, Hashemayah, Natalana, Kam, Nuam, Hasalak now, Kamwak now, Hasalak now, Kamwaki now, Ya'ah, Abi'ayah now, Panasaya 1, Abab, Awashai now, Ayan, Ra, Hayah, Laka, Hamalakwa, Ha'ala, Kapara, Awalamian, Aman, In the English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
Father,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done.
as in earth
On earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power, and the glory,
and the glory,
forever,
forever.
and so be it.
So be it.
So which means to turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I march Shabbat. I march him. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yajim Matah. Dismissed.
Next week, we're going to start in Genesis chapter 10, verse 11. With that, shalom.
I was on it first, y'all.